All right, what up, people? It's your boy Chig from Guna Eagle Eye coming to you again with another video. Another MMA event has passed, so there's another review that has to come. And we did promise you we'd do this. I almost was going to tap out. And I woke up and I watched that amazing fight between, I say amazing fight, amazing knockout in the second to last fight. And I just thought, wow, let me just continue powering through. So joining me for this review is my co-host Ola. Say hello to the people, Ola.
Yeah, what's happening, people? What a crazy night of fights! Incredible fights tonight. Yeah, it's always brilliant watching these fights, man. This is what I love about the UFC. The fight game is madness.
Man, yeah. It was actually a pretty good card. I know going into it from the outset, there was a lot of people that were fighting in it from, Jermaine, Alistair Sterling,
Aljamain Sterling.
um, to um, to my girl Tatiana, still doing
Yeah,
it,
yeah,
still cleaning our house. Um, and that's just the undercard we're talking about. Never mind the main card, which is
yeah.
obviously
Incredible.
Cerrone and Ferguson, which is a brutal fight. I mean, we all knew it was going to be an amazing fight, and it's a shame it ended the way it ended. But I think props to Ferguson because Ferguson, to me, looked fantastic. He looked flawless.
Mm.
He barely looked. The
Fer-
cardio that guy had. I mean, I said before the fight in our preview that Cerrone has amazing cardio, but Ferguson's cardio is that is next level. I
it
don't know
is.
where that comes from.
I
Uh,
mean,
and he
when you,
deserves a title shot now. No ifs, no buts. He actually deserves a title shot more than Dustin, to be honest. But
oh yeah, injuries has been really it's been unfortunate for him. Going through the injuries that he's had, and going through the psychological problems that he's had as well. That obviously we all knew about it. It was it was a situation that had something to do with his home as well. But I'm glad to see him back in the octagon. I'm back to see him doing what he likes doing. Ferguson is a fighter that everybody loves, and everybody loves his heart most of all. But if you look at what's got Donald Cerrone here, he's been on a path just destroying people, just putting people away. But in this case here, to step in the octagon with Ferguson. Ferguson already said he put out a statement. He didn't like to win it this way. He wanted to get the job done. Cerrone obviously wanted to carry on fighting, but sometimes you got to stop people from their own self, from doing damage. It was almost like the situation with Ortega and Max Holloway, where he would have carried on going if the corner and the doctor didn't stop it. It's kind of the same way. The eye was so messed up. The eye
that's
was
fighters.
literally closed.
Fighters who
So
don't have sense in that respect.
yeah, the adrenaline's going on and all of that. So the doctor had to stop it. Um, but I'm sure they'll be back because Ferguson said he didn't want to win it like that. He didn't want to win it that way. And I'm sure Cerrone wouldn't have wanted if the shoe was on the other foot. He wouldn't have wanted to win it that way neither. So much respect to both of those guys. But Khabib definitely will be looking over his shoulder now because having seen what's just happened to Donald there, definitely McGregor does not want to step in the octagon with this guy.
Yeah, McGregor don't want that smoke. You don't want the smoke with any of the top five.
I don't think he wants to step in the octagon with this guy, man. He's an animal. Tony is an absolute animal. But yeah, great fight from both of those guys. Fantastic bouts.
And then I titled this video just so you know, one of the most brutal knockouts I've ever seen, and that is my girl Valentina.
Yeah,
Did it to my other girl, And I'm not gonna lie to you. I watched the fight for all of one and a bit round, and oh man,
Bro, remember on the last show when I said if I ever win the lottery, she's gonna be my bodyguard. Remember I said that? Yeah,
my
that
gosh,
girl is something else. I mean, she.
there's gonna be no 125 that wants
I
to come.
mean, on the in the first round, if you look at the first round, the leg kicks to the body was just
Yeah,
incredible. You could hear it from a mile away. It's just
yeah.
snap leg kicks. She is incredible, and she does this to trees. Imagine her kicking you in the body. She chop trees down with her leg. That's how crazy Shevchenko is. Shevchenko is brutal, and every single strike is designed to fuck you up.
Mm-hmm.
And how is somebody going to be called I and didn't see that kick coming? Huh?
Even at 6:20 in the morning, Ola has a one-liner for you.
Are you going to be called I and you didn't see that kick coming? Like, oh my days, it's incredible. One of the most brutal, one of the most devastating head kicks, KO that we've seen in a
Yeah,
while.
that's it.
That was incredible. But I don't know who in that division, in that flyweight division, that's gonna come and take. I think there has to be like a bantamweight and flyweight bout now because I don't see any of these people um
Well, funny enough, I
take it.
retweeted a joke which I thought was very appropriate. It's going around at the moment on the internet where someone basically said, "Yeah, half of the 125 division just dropped £10 to the 115 because no one wants that smoke. No
Nobody
one
wants
wants
it.
that smoke."
No, nobody really wants it, and she's a fighter. She's dominating, and she's really experienced. She's been in the fight game for so long, and I mean, this is set up for her and Nunes
I
to
was
come
just
back and
about
get it
to
done.
say, because that's the only intriguing fight. Because I must admit, I think me and you have disagreed about this before. I slightly disagree with the decision when they did fight originally at 135.
Yeah,
I
they
actually
went they
thought
went
it
the
was
whole 5 rounds as well. So, but
yeah. So,
Nunes wasn't really fit at the time. She just come back off a surgery, nasal
yeah,
surgery.
yeah.
So it's not a fight that you could really judge true performance on. So it'll be nice to see them running back. But this will be the third time because Nunes is beat up 2 times.
Twice, hasn't she? Yeah.
Yeah, so I think that's why the UFC is a little bit reluctant. But putting in this type of performances begs the, I'm salivating for it. I want to see it, and it'd be incredible to see how it pans out. But Nunes has got a big fight in front of with Holly Holmes coming up.
I think she'll beat Home. I want Home to win, but I think she'll beat her.
Yeah, stranger things has happened, and
Spoiler
obviously
for our preview for that, but I'm just saying, I
Stra-
think she'll beat her.
stranger things has happened, man. So, but yeah, good win for Shevchenko tonight, man.
All
Fantastic.
right. And because, guys, we're going to keep this brief because, quite honestly, I need some sleep and Ola needs
Yeah,
to go to work.
I gotta go work. Yeah,
Let's talk about this Henry Cejudo real quick. What a
Jesus
fight.
Christ.
What a performance. What a turnaround. Because
Bro,
I ain't gonna lie, he was getting lit up like a Christmas tree. But let me
yeah, in the
take
first
you
round.
a little bit back to our preview. So I picked
Yeah, I was just gonna say to you, you know what? I hand it to you. You called it. You called it, man.
I kind of just thought to myself, because I'll be honest with you, last week I thought Mariah's win it.
hmm
And then as the fight started getting closer, I just thought, Cejudo has more weapons to his game. Like he's got more, he can mix it up more. Because I just thought to myself, so if Mariah doesn't get the knockout, ideas will just start to run out. And I just felt like, particularly on the eve of the fight, I thought, oh, Cejudo might do this, Cejudo might do this, And when round one started, I thought, oh no, maybe I'm terribly wrong. What I liked was the adjustment, because then leg kicks were clearly giving him an issue.
Yeah.
And I think then leg kicks actually forced him to change tactic. He just thought, fuck this. If I get hit, I get hit. But the only way to beat this guy is forcing him back and fighting him in the pocket. And that's exactly what he did. Every time he stepped forward, he had success. Step forward, he had success. But when he was on the outside, he was just getting picked off. And in my mind, I just thought to myself, bro, you need to put a lot more pressure on him than you're doing. And funnily enough, that was what his coach said. His coach just basically said, listen, you need to step forward. You need to punch him and step forward. And I saw Joe Rogan saying, I don't know if that's a good idea. But every time he did that, he had success. And I think that's what forced the fight in his favor.
Yeah, you're 100% right. It's the ability to adjust that like, you know, that's what's taken Cejudo to this victory. The way he adjusted through the whole fight. Moraes had the better of him in the first round. It was definitely a 10-9 round. I thought it could I thought it could all be over in that first round,
Yeah.
especially with them leg kicks. It took the legs out of Cejudo. Then Cejudo readjusted, listened to his corner, came back in, and he just started piling a whole load of knees onto the body of Moraes. I didn't think Moraes was going to allow it, but the way he was clinching on Moraes and just kneeing him in the body, he took a lot of body shots, and went through the second round, just knee to the body, knee after knee after knee. He stood in front of him. They traded a few times, and then grabbed him again, more knees to the body. And I thought, wow, this is incredible. And it's all about feeling the strength of Cejudo as well, because people might dismiss him until you feel his strength. And he can throw. He really can throw, And to me, one of the most interesting, the most impressive part of the fight was the gator rolls. Was when he got him down to the cage, locked him up. He had a nice choke on him, and then did a couple of gator rolls, and I thought that really, really took it out of Moraes. It took the wind out of him.
I thought he was trying to land the DAS on him.
He did, yeah. He had that DAS choke on him. He did, but to put the gator roll on the DAS. That's
okay.
You see what I'm trying to say? It took everything out of Moraes. Moraes didn't have that energy to compete, to get back up again, and he just kept him down there and just pounded, just dropped armor, fist, elbows on him. And at one point it looked like the ref was going to stop it, but he gave him another chance to try and get up from the hammer fist, but Cejudo just rained down some more on him, and then the ref had to stop it, man. Incredible win, incredible achievement. He likes to be called Triple C now, so
he's a triple champ, bro.
Yeah, well, he likes to be called Triple C, and that's what we're gonna call him. We're gonna put some respect on his name, like you said in your tweet, and call him Triple C. And fantastic achievement by Henry Cejudo, the messenger.
I'm proud of him, because I ain't gonna lie to you. I picked against him in the last few fights, but today really showed me something. He really showed me that, okay, maybe he's about this life.
Bro, it's happening for the Mexicans right now, man. The Mexicans are doing it.
The Mexicans are running the show,
the Mexicans are running the show.
These Mexicans are running the show.
The Mexicans are killing it right now, man.
But yeah, no, fair play. And congratulations to the triple champ. What else could you say? The next superstar of UFC. And you saw, I don't know if you heard Dana talking up the fact that, no one cared about Demetrius Johnson, and hopefully they'll care about, Henry Cejudo, which suggests that maybe he's going to see what happens to the flyweights.
Henry Cejudo has forced people to take notice.
Yeah.
He's got everybody's attention right
he's
now.
A big personality.
People. Yeah. and he's such a down to earth guy. He's such a down to earth person.
Bit cringy sometimes, but that's his character,
Look,
I guess.
when he gets into the octagon, is a different animal, and
That's true. That's true.
and that's what you want. That's what you want. Fantastic athlete.
Yeah, agreed. Wonderful performance. We personally hope that Jessica Eye is okay. Because going back to that knockout, my word.
I don't think she's gonna be back now till next week. Wherever Shevchenko sent her.
Yeah.
She's gonna be there for a while.
Yeah. I'm not gonna lie, that was whether this sounds sexist or not, I don't care. It's always a bit harder watching a female go through that than a guy go through that.
Yeah, I see what you're saying, but that's what they signed up for.
That's what they signed up for. It's true. It's true.
Yeah. That's what they signed up for. They know it can go that way sometimes, and it's a brutal knockout. I hope she's back to her fighting self very, very soon. But another easy night for Shevchenko.
All right. Well, guys, we're out of here. Sorry it's such a short one, but these morning ones, right, what do you want from us? It's hard to I had sleep. So we hope you enjoyed it. Me and Ola will probably be back, I would say, in the next couple of weeks to, I think it's preview the UFC 239.
Yeah, that's a big one. That's a big one. Big card.
That'll be a big card with John Jones on it and Nunes and
big one, man. Big one.
So we'll preview that. We hope you like this. Please do hit that like button.
This is what I like about football off season. There's so many fights to enjoy.
This is true. More me, I never stop working. So I was just gonna say, I'm gonna drop a chopping block for you Arsenal football fans later on this afternoon, and I'll be doing a transfer video around about 9 o'clock. So you're gonna get 3 videos from me because I know I owe you.
Yeah, I'll be watching that while I'm on the road, brother. While I'm on the road.
All right, guys, we're out of here, man. We need to go to sleep and go to work for all us. So we'll leave you to it. Take care.
Peace.